Stop scrolling because this story is unlike anything you have read before. Imagine waking up to headlines that seem to change an entire career overnight. Imagine watching millions of fans desperately searching for answers while one quiet decision slowly transforms into the biggest mystery the entertainment world has ever witnessed. Was everything really falling apart, or was there an extraordinary truth hidden behind the silence that nobody expected? Stay until the very end because every chapter reveals another astonishing twist, and what begins as a shocking rumor becomes a powerful journey of courage, loyalty, and self-discovery. If you enjoy immersive celebrity stories filled with unforgettable moments and emotional surprises, do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and tell us in the comments what you would have done in Zhang Linghe's position. The morning sun had barely risen over the skyline when every major entertainment website appeared to be talking about the same unbelievable story. Fans refreshed their phones repeatedly, unable to believe the dramatic headlines appearing one after another. Social media exploded with endless discussions as thousands of theories appeared within minutes. Some believed Zhang Linghe was preparing to leave acting forever. Others insisted he had secretly signed a completely different contract that would change the direction of his career. A few even claimed mysterious insiders knew the truth but refused to speak publicly. Yet inside a quiet office overlooking the city, Zhang Linghe sat alone with a notebook resting on the table before him. Unlike the frantic conversations happening online, the room remained peaceful. His manager entered carrying a thick folder filled with documents. The manager placed it carefully on the table before speaking softly. "Everyone is waiting for your response." Zhang Linghe looked at the folder, but did not immediately open it. Instead, he gazed through the large window where the morning light slowly illuminated the streets below. "Sometimes the loudest stories begin with the smallest misunderstandings," he quietly said. His manager nodded. Unfortunately, people always believe the first version they hear. For several days, the rumors continued spreading faster than anyone expected. Every television program seemed to discuss his future. Every online forum offered a different explanation. Every interview invitation promised exclusive answers. Yet Zhang Linghe accepted none of them. Instead, he disappeared from public view. The silence only made the fictional mystery grow even larger. Fans noticed something unusual. Rather than appearing at glamorous events, he began visiting quiet places far away from flashing cameras. One afternoon, he was seen walking through a peaceful mountain village where elderly craftsmen patiently carved delicate pieces of wood by hand. Another day, he quietly visited a small community theater where young performers practiced with remarkable determination despite having almost no audience. Those who happened to recognize him were surprised. He asked more questions than he answered. He spent hours listening instead of speaking. One elderly craftsman smiled after watching Zhang Linghe carefully examine an unfinished carving. "Young man, why are you really here?" Zhang Linghe gently smiled. "Because somewhere along the way I forgot why I first fell in love with telling stories." The old craftsman slowly nodded, as though he had expected exactly that answer. "Then perhaps you have not lost your way. Perhaps you have finally found it again." Those simple words stayed with him long after he left the village. Back in the city, the fictional rumors only became louder. Every day, someone invented another dramatic explanation. Every day, another anonymous source claimed to know the secret. His manager grew increasingly concerned. "You cannot remain silent forever. People are creating their own stories." Zhang Linghe calmly replied. "Then perhaps it is time to give them a better story. Not with arguments, not with anger, but with actions." The following week, he surprised everyone. Instead of announcing another major commercial project, he accepted a fictional independent drama written by an unknown young screenwriter who had spent years trying to convince producers to believe in the script. Industry executives were stunned. Many questioned the decision. Why choose such a small production when countless larger opportunities were waiting? His answer was beautifully simple. Because great stories are not measured by their budget. They are measured by the hearts they touch. The word spread quickly across the entertainment world. Even those who had criticized him paused to think. Perhaps his sudden career shift was never about escaping anything. Perhaps it was about moving towards something more meaningful. Filming began in a quiet countryside town surrounded by endless green hills. There were no luxurious trailers, no extravagant celebrations, no elaborate publicity campaigns. Only a passionate team determined to create something unforgettable. Each morning, Zhang Linghe arrived before everyone else. He greeted every crew member by name. He helped arrange chairs. He carried equipment when needed. He rehearsed scenes with newcomers who had never acted professionally before. The director watched these moments quietly. One evening, the director finally asked, "Why are you doing all this? You could simply focus on your own performance." Zhang Linghe smiled. "Because every unforgettable performance belongs to everyone who helped create it." The director quietly lowered his head. That single sentence became the unofficial motto of the production. As filming continued, something extraordinary happened. The rumors slowly disappeared. Not because anyone argued against them, not because dramatic press conferences were organized. They disappeared because audiences began talking about something far more inspiring. The kindness witnessed by every crew member, the patience shown during difficult scenes, the encouragement offered to nervous young actors, the genuine respect shared between everyone on set. One evening after filming wrapped, the youngest actor approached Zhang Linghe, holding the original script. "May I ask you one question?" "Of course." "Were you ever afraid those rumors would destroy everything?" Zhang Linghe looked up at the evening sky before answering. "Fear always knocks on the door, but character decides whether it is invited inside." The young actor quietly smiled, realizing that the greatest lesson of the entire production had never been written inside the script. It had been lived every single day through simple choices, quiet humility, and unwavering determination. Months later, when the fictional film premiered, audiences stood and applauded for several uninterrupted minutes. Not because it contained spectacular visual effects, not because it featured grand action sequences, but because every scene carried genuine warmth, honesty, and hope. As the applause echoed through the theater, Zhang Linghe quietly looked around the room. He realized something important. The rumors that once seemed impossible to escape had become nothing more than distant echoes. What remained was something far stronger, a renewed purpose, a deeper understanding of storytelling, and the quiet confidence that the most meaningful career changes are not driven by fear, but by the courage to remain true to the values that matter most. The light slowly dimmed as the audience continued applauding, proving that sometimes the greatest answer to noise is not another headline, but a story powerful enough to let the noise fade away on its own.